sea lion exhibit, even one that includes a performance platform and an amphitheater where trainers interact with the animals in the water, is generally not considered a swimming pool in the conventional sense under typical regulatory codes such as the 1999 code. Primary reason is the intended use and the nature of the occupants. Swimming pools are designed and regulated for human recreational or therapeutic use. A sea lion exhibit's primary function is to house and display animals, providing an environment that meets their specific needs. The water quality, depth, and overall design considerations are geared toward the health and well-being of the sea lions, not human swimmers. While there may be some overlap in certain safety concerns, such as water clarity and circulation, the specific regulations governing swimming pools, such as those concerning diving board clearances, minimum depths for swimming, and specific chemical balance requirements, are not directly applicable to a sea lion exhibit. Moreover, the presence of trainers in the water during performances does not automatically classify the exhibit as a swimming pool. Their presence is incidental to the primary purpose of the exhibit, which is animal care and display. Trainers are typically trained professionals who understand the risks involved and take necessary precautions. Their interactions with the sea lions are carefully controlled and monitored. There are several factors that differentiate a sea lion exhibit from a swimming pool. Firstly, the water chemistry differs. Swimming pools typically use chlorine or other sanitizers to maintain water quality suitable for human contact. Sea lion exhibits may use different methods of water treatment that are more suitable for the animals, such as ozone or UV sterilization. The specific chemical balance in a sea lion exhibit will be tailored to the needs of the animals and may not meet the same standards as a swimming pool. Secondly, the filtration system differs. Swimming pools require filtration systems that are designed to remove human-borne contaminants such as sweat, lotions, and other organic matter. Sea lion exhibits require filtration systems that are designed to remove animal waste, uneaten food, and other debris. The specific design and capacity of the filtration system will be different depending on the size of the exhibit and the number of animals it houses. Thirdly, the depth and shape of the pool differs. Swimming pools typically have a uniform depth or gradual slope to accommodate swimmers of different abilities. Sea lion exhibits may have varying depths and irregular shapes to mimic the natural habitat of the animals. The depth of the pool will be determined by the needs of the sea lions and may not be suitable for human swimming. Fourthly, the safety requirements differ. Swimming pools have specific safety requirements such as life rings, depth markers, and emergency shut-off switches for pumps. Sea lion exhibits may have different safety requirements that are specific to the animals. For example, the exhibit may have barriers to prevent the animals from escaping or harming visitors. It is important to note that while a sea lion exhibit may not be classified as a swimming pool, it is still subject to other regulations and standards. These regulations may include those related to animal welfare, water quality, and public safety. The specific regulations that apply to a sea lion exhibit will vary depending on the location and the governing authorities. It is essential for zoo operators to consult with relevant regulatory agencies to ensure that their exhibits are in compliance with all applicable laws and regulations. In addition to regulatory requirements, zoo operators should also follow industry best practices for the design and operation of sea lion exhibits. These best practices may include guidelines for water quality, animal care, and visitor safety. By following these best practices, zoo operators can ensure that their sea lion exhibits are safe, healthy, and enriching environments for both the animals and the visitors. To determine whether any portion of the exhibit might fall under a different classification beyond a general animal enclosure, further investigation would be needed, such as examining local ordinances or specific interpretations by the relevant authorities. For example, if a portion of the exhibit is specifically designated for human recreational use, such as a wading pool for children to interact with the sea lions, then that portion might be subject to swimming pool regulations. However, in the absence of such specific recreational use, the exhibit as a whole would generally be considered an animal enclosure rather than a swimming pool. In summary, while sea lion exhibits share some characteristics with swimming pools, the differences in their intended use, design and regulatory requirements are significant enough to warrant a separate classification. A sea lion exhibit's primary purpose is to house and display animals, while a swimming pool's primary purpose is human recreation. Therefore, a sea lion exhibit is not typically considered a swimming pool under the 1999 Code or similar regulations. Remember to always consult with local authorities and relevant codes for the most accurate and up-to-date information regarding specific regulations in the area.